Hey, what's going on everyone, and welcome back to another video. In today's video, I'm gonna go over different ways you can actually make an income through playing Axie Infinity. For those of you who don't know what Axie Infinity is, I did just create another video that kind of goes briefly over the concept of the game and how it works and kind of what it is. I'll link the video somewhere in this video up here. I'll also link it down in the description down below. But before we get into it, please give this video a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button. You can also turn on notifications if you want to know when I post new videos. I am going to start posting a lot more on this channel about crypto stuff, coding, and kind of just documenting my journey through all of that. Now, when it comes to Axie Infinity, there are three ways that I can think of that are ways that majority of people will make an income playing or using Axie Infinity. And those three ways are going to be playing the game, breeding, and something called scholarships. First one we're going to go over is probably the one that a lot of people will end up doing if they've heard about Axie Infinity, and that's playing the game. Now, in the video that I made earlier explaining what Axie Infinity is, I did kind of touch base on how you can earn something called SLP playing the Axie Infinity game itself. There are two modes in Axie Infinity. There's Arena and then there's Adventure. We'll go over Adventure mode first, and basically Adventure mode is just you versus the computer. You're trying to get through certain levels, or in the game they're called ruins, and the higher you get, or the further you get through the ruins, the more SLP you can earn on the higher ruin levels. In the beginning, you could be earning anywhere from 1 to 3 SLP for completing the lower levels. When you get to maybe above ruin 10, you might be getting 4 to 8 SLP, and the most popular ruin level is probably ruin level 20 right now, which gives you anywhere from like 10 to 18 SLP on a win. Now, you may be thinking, oh, I can just do those ruins over and over again and earn SLP. Thing is, you get capped off at a 50 SLP max in Adventure per day, meaning that you can't earn more than 50 SLP in a 24-hour period. So once you reach that 50 SLP cap, you can still play ruins and you can still level up your Axies. In Adventure mode, your Axies do have levels, so the higher level, they get stronger, they get more HP, and helps you clear out those higher level ruins. Now, when playing an Adventure, in order to get experience to level up your Axies, you do have to use energy. In the Axie game itself, depending on the amount of Axies that you have in your account, you get a set amount of energy for a 24-hour period. So if you have less than 10 Axies, you get 20 energy a day. If you have, I believe, 10 to 20 Axies, you get 40, and if you have more than 20 Axies in your account, you get 60 energy in 24-hour period. Now, like I was saying, in order to get experience to level up your Axies, you do need to use your energy. If you're out of energy, you can still play Adventure, you just won't get any experience to level up your Axies. The second mode in Axie Infinity is going to be the Arena. It is the PvP section of the game, so this is where you can actually go ahead and battle and compete against other Axie players around the world. In Arena, you do have a rank, so there's right now an off-season ranking and there's seasonal ranking. At the time of making this video, we had just completed season 18, so that is complete, and right now we are in the off-season. Depending on the ranking where you're at, so the higher ranked you are, when you win, you earn more SLP. The lower ranked you are, you're not going to earn as much SLP per win. And Arena is probably where you're going to make the most SLP depending how good you are at the game. Higher ranked people, you can earn anywhere from like 18 to 20 SLP per win. If you're in the lower ranks, you might be getting only 1 to 2 SLP per win. And again, just like Adventure, energy does come into play in Arena. In order to get SLP from a win, you do need to use an energy. But if you are out of energy, it doesn't mean that you can't play Arena. You can still play Arena and your ranking will still go higher. You just won't get any SLP if you win a game and you don't have any energy. So those are the two game modes that you can play in Axie Infinity. Together, there is something called daily quests. And what daily quests are is you have to complete 3 things every day in order to collect basically 25 free SLP. First one is to just check into the game. So you just click on check in, and that's task number 1. The second task is going to be to complete 10 adventures. In adventures, you just have to go ahead and complete 10 ruins. Doesn't matter which ruins they are, you just have to complete 10 of them. And the third one is to get 5 wins in arena. So once you complete those 3 tasks every day, you can go ahead and claim 25 free SLP. And that basically goes over the different ways that you can earn SLP just by playing the game. And that SLP, like I said in my other video, you can go ahead and exchange it out on other crypto exchanges for other cryptocurrencies, or you can go to a crypto exchange and exchange it out for a fiat, so whatever your country currency is. The second way I'm going to go over that you can make income playing Axie Infinity or using Axie Infinity is through something called breeding. I touched base on breeding again in that video where I went over what Axie Infinity is. In this one, we're going to take a little deeper dive into what breeding is and why you can make an income from it. Just to briefly go over breeding, again, you have to breed 2 Axies together to create a brand new Axie. That's what builds the population of Axies, and we can start to get more players into the game and more people can start playing. Now, there are some requirements for breeding. So to start off, each Axie can only breed up to 7 times. You can't just keep breeding 2 Axies together forever. They have a limit of 7, and each time you breed, you have to pay a fee. And there's 2 things you have to pay. It's SLP and AXS. The amount of ASX right now is always going to be 1 per breed. The amount of SLP is going to vary depending on how many times the Axie has bred. The lower breed amounts, you pay less, and as you breed the Axie more and more, the amount of SLP that you're going to have to pay is going to go up in price. This is a way for people to earn money because you can breed Axies together, and basically you're going to sell it for a profit on the marketplace. So when you breed an Axie together, the total cost is $150. You can go ahead and sell the Axie on the marketplace for maybe $200. Now, when it comes to breeding Axies, kind of want to look at what you're breeding together. Axie Infinity did make a very specific system when it comes to breeding. So Axies actually have dominant recessive 1 and recessive 2 genes. So when it comes to breeding, you want to make sure that you're breeding the right 2 Axies together so that you can get the best child Axie from them. A lot of times people will breed Axies that have certain card builds that people want to use in their Axie teams, or it's a meta build and a lot of people are using it. In a later video, I'll kind of go even in more detail on how breeding works, as I am starting a breeding farm for my Axie scholarship teams, which is going to bring us to the third thing that you can do to create an income using Axie Infinity, and that is through something called scholarships. Like we were saying about Axie Infinity, in order to play the game, you do need 3 Axies, and right now, as of making this video, the floor price or the cheapest price for an Axie right now is about $150 to $160 for 1. So you have to buy 3 of them. So you're looking at maybe spending around $550 to $600 in order to just start playing the game. And a lot of people don't have that type of money or don't want to maybe take that risk of investing that much money into Axie Infinity, and that's where scholarship teams come in. So what people do is they go ahead and breed or purchase more Axies, and they create multiple Axie teams and basically lend those teams out to other people, and in return they're going to give a portion of their profits to the owners of the Axie. For me, currently I have 10 scholars. I lend those teams out to people and I collect 40% of what they earn back in SLP, and I pay them out the 60%. So in a way, it's a way for me to earn passive income because they're my Axies, but I don't have to play in order to earn SLP with them. I'm lending them out to other people and in return just collecting a portion. And in another video, I'll go more into detail on how I structured my scholarship teams, what team builds I'm doing, and what was kind of my thought process into why I went a certain way of going about creating these scholarship teams. For me, I'm actually doing a breeding farm in order to populate these Axies in order to generate the same teams over and over again to lend out to my scholars. And just to give you folks an idea, right now with the current price of SLP and how my scholars are doing, I'm earning about $1,200 a month passively just from lending out these teams to other people to play. And as you know, I use that earnings to either invest back into creating more Axie teams, or I go ahead and invest it into other crypto or NFT things, and I basically keep the ball rolling and making profits through what I'm earning through Axie Infinity. There you have have it. Those are the 3 ways that you can create an income through Axie Infinity. Some of those ways are going to be through hard work, like playing the game or breeding, and some of the other ways you can earn an income don't even require you to play. You can passively make income by lending these teams out. It is going to be a slower income than the other 2 ways, but you don't have to do much. You just have to purchase the Axies and lend them out to other people. So I hope you folks found this video helpful and informational and kind of giving you a better idea of how you yourself can create income with Axie Infinity. And again, give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, hit that subscribe button, and until next time, see ya.